When our ancestors started to walk upright, it is possible that they did not have a distinctive differentiation of the cerebral hemispheres. What gave a start to the development of asymmetry, and why the right hand has become our leading? As it is known from human anatomy, there are pyramidal tracts that send signals from the brain to the limbs. They are called crossed or lateral. It is when the left hemisphere of the brain gives command to move to the right hand and vice versa. But there are also pyramidal tracts that do not cross. They are direct. It is when the left hemisphere connects to the left hand and the right to the right. All pyramidal tracts of our anthropoid ancestors were of the same size. The crossed tract of the modern man is thicker, whereas the direct one is almost atrophied. What circumstances prompt the nerve fibers coming from the left hemisphere to the right hand and vice versa to increase in size, thus creating a powerful path suppressing direct fibers? No matter where our ancestors lived, to the north or south of the equator, while searching for food, they sought to secure more comfortable working conditions. Over millions of years, large groups of them were going out in search of grazing. In the morning at sunrise, it is preferable to gather food with a hand the shadow of which does not fall off the shoots, so that they are better seen. Compare: the shadow of the other hand obscures the food. It is difficult to see what you are actually picking up. Shadow is the first reason. So, why did the majority of our ancestors prefer to gather food with the right hand, turning the left side of the body to the sun? There are several factors: climate conditions of a certain geographical area, the seasons, the presence or absence of mountains, water basins, and prevailing cold-warm winds. As it is shown on the diagram, the future right-hander would prefer to face the warm southern wind, turning the left side on the body to the sun, thus gathering food with the right hand, the shadow of which does not obscure the food. Blowing winds are the second reason. While gathering food, the right-handed ancestors would be moving their heads and eyes to the right, turning away from the sun, and occasionally calling each other out. Thus, it was the crossed pyramidal tract of the right-handers that was working and expanding. So, the left hemisphere of the brain, warmed up by the sun, was managing the work of the right hand and the turning of the head and eyes to the right. The centers of speech were also forming in the left hemisphere. After food satisfaction, they went to rest and sleep. It was more convenient to lie on the left side, having the overworked right hand on top of the body, and at the same time exposing the right hemisphere to the midday sun. Then they indulged in dreaming. Their creative thinking was forming, a characteristic of the right hemisphere. By the way, in this position it is convenient to pick one's teeth with the left hand. When gathering food for dinner, our ancestors used already skillful right hand, while turning their left side to the setting sun and facing north. That is how the right-handed people were developing. The arrows on this figure show the crossed pyramidal tract. The formation of left-handers was taking place in other geographical areas with their specific prevailing winds. The left-handers were turning their right side to the sun while gathering with the left hand, which would not cast a shadow on the food.